Hello and welcome to Thursday's edition of Channel Sport This Morning. I'm Tayo Salam.
Good morning and welcome. I'm Cecilia Amogbe. We get started with CAF. What's happening there? 60 years history of the Confederation of African Football. And we've had just 5 presidents. And today is the D-Day. Will a man be able to actually unseat Issa Hayatou, who has been there for 29 years?
Oof. Since 1988. I mean, Cecilia, this one is looking like a very competitive election. And we'll just wait and see what happens. Cecilia, but let's not forget that NFF President Amaju Pinnick will be going up against Anjorin Musharraf for CAF Executive Committee seat as well.
Okay, it's going to be a tough day. So we'll just keep our fingers crossed and wait for the big news to come from Addis Ababa in Ethiopia. And also on the program, we'll be talking about the UEFA Champions League. And for the very first time, Pep Guardiola could not make it to the quarterfinals of the UEFA Champions League.
City out.
City out.
City out. I mean,
away goes.
I mean, 6-6. What a tie that one was. I mean, 12 goals. Incredible stuff. And Cecilia.
Over 2 legs.
Over 2 legs. And well-deserved win for Monaco, I would say. And they were the better side over the 2 legs.
Of course.
And I just wonder if Pep Guardiola still believes attack is the best form of defense. I mean, seriously.
You should go ask the NBA managers and they will tell him.
Defense is the best form of defense. Simple.
Not attack.
But obviously, he has a right to his opinion and his philosophy. I mean, that's why he's won all those trophies.
It doesn't work.
Okay, let's move on now from football. And in tennis, world number 2, Novak Djokovic and 5th seed Rafael Nadal have come to the end of the road at Indian Wells Masters. In round 4, that's because they lost their games against Roger Federer and Nick Kyrgios earlier this morning. Cecilia, but I mean, surprises?
Again. No, I think again at the Australian Open again, at Acapulco in Mexico again. I'm talking about Rafael Nadal and of course Novak Djokovic. You know, we'll get details of the tennis.
Come back to
then we'll talk about what is happening today in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. And it's a big day for President of Nigerian Football Federation, Amaju Pinnick. And of course, it's also another big day for Issa Hayatou. For the first time, he's facing a very, very big competition. So we're going to wait and see what's going to happen today. We said we've had just 5 presidents in a confederation that is 60 years old.
Yes.
If you start from 1957, when it all started, Abdelaziz Abdallah Salam. Then he ruled for how many? Just one?
1957 to 1958. And
the next time you have another Egyptian, Abdelaziz Mustafa, 1958 to 1968. And then you have Abdel Halim Mohammed
from Sudan.
1968 to 1972. And after that, you have Tessama. His first name,
Ethiopia. We're not going to bother about that.
His first name is very funny, so he was popularly known as Tessama, Ethiopia. I think in Addis Ababa, his football academy was opened on Tuesday. That was in 1972 to 1987. Then Abdel Halim Mohammed came back again from 1987 to 1988. And after that, you had Issa Hayatou, 1988, and he's been there for like forever.
1988
for like forever.
That's almost 3 decades now. Incredible, and he's had a very stronghold on that particular position.
Holding it very tight.
But it's held on very, very tight. So kudos to Issa Hayatou. But this time around, it's looking really, really. Actually, Cecilia, he's been contested against twice. In 2000, but in 2000 he won that particular election very convincingly. It was 47 to 4 votes, landslide. And the second time around as well, he won by 46 to 6 votes. I mean, so he's never had any issues. But this time around, things are looking really different, and it's looking like Ahmad from Madagascar is about to, cause an upset, because that's what I'm going to regard this as. I mean, because Issa Hayatou, like we say, very seasoned, and it'll be very interesting afternoon today in Ethiopia to see if Issa Hayatou will hold on to his position as CAF president. Ahmad came to Nigeria. Cecilia, he came around, and it appears the Nigerian Football Federation have, offered their support for Ahmad.
Yes, and which I'm really happy about, because it takes someone that had so much guts to be able to say, come out publicly and say, this is who my vote is going to go to.
Yep.
And if you check the body language of Infantino, talking about FIFA president, Gianni Infantino, he attended the birthday party of Zimbabwe President Philip Chiangwa, who obviously is at loggerheads with...
And who's again? Is a campaign manager
of Ahmad. So it tells you a whole lot that somehow, CAF and FIFA are going in different directions. While FIFA actually, not FIFA itself, let me just say Gianni Infantino, I'll stick with that name. For Gianni Infantino to have attended that party and all that, it tells you a whole lot. I mean, CAF came up with a report and said he was trying to destabilize, the CAF and all that with other stories. So Ayati is a bit afraid. And if you check the strings, they started pulling from January, when Gabon was asked to host the Under-17, saying that Madagascar would not be ready to host the tournament when they start later this year. That also is another string. Interesting,
Cecilia. I mean, and from obviously we're not experts on body language readers here, so let's just put it out there. But I mean, from everything we've seen so far, it appears the president of FIFA, Gianni Infantino, is in support of this change in quotes. And for Ahmad, it's been on record as saying he has 30 votes already.
Yeah.
I mean, that's enough to win this election.
Okay.
So, but that's on paper,
knowing CAF the way they are.
No, I mean, knowing how elections work, all this 30 votes that he says he has, and it might just not turn out to be so on election day itself. So, fingers crossed, Cecilia, we'll see what happens later today between Issa Hayatu and Ahmad.
Okay.
Are we going to see change? Cecilia,
my fingers
I don't
are
want to put
the best man can win. What we want is just something different, a change. If Issa Hayatu is going to continue, at least definitely it's going to just give it something different from that.